Dr. Bertha. I'm a brain surgeon. I just graduated from the University of Laos. Never heard of it? Well, you see, I went there because I couldn't get into a, quote, good college.
Tonight, I'll show you how I make jam. First, put in the fruit. Then, stir it. Then you mix it. And then you mash
it. My name is B.H.P. Which of course stands for, big hole in the pants. I mean, big Hollywood producer. If you're not familiar with me, you're probably familiar with some of my greatest films, such as Night of the Killer Tomato, Afternoon of the Killer Tomato, and of course, the special effects extravaganza, Morning of the Killer Tomato.
Ambassador to El Salvador. Tonight, I'd like to talk to you about what we in the foreign ministry really do. First, our main function is to Americans. We provide information to any Americans traveling abroad here in El Salvador. Any time of the day or night, they can call us and get answers to their problems. They've lost their passport or they've lost their money, sort of like the government's version of traveler's checks. You couldn't leave home without us. Secondly, our main responsibility is to foster good relations with the people of El Salvador. In order to do this, I've acquired an astute knowledge of the native language, with such expressions as hablo, yo, español, rio, gracias. I can get success in any diplomatic undertaking. And believe me, we've had tremendous success here. First of all, American industry isn't half as exploitative in this country as they are in the rest of the world. Americans own half of the real estate, providing a strong foundation of cooperation and trust. And also, the American presence is accepted very happily by the people of El Salvador. You know, we've only had 13 overthrows of our embassy compound just this past month. You know, that's a new low. And we've only had 234 bomb threats this past month, also a new low. And there's never been any real substantial property damage. Miss Wills, my secretary, always parks my caddy out back when they start up. You know, we're looking forward to a future of great diplomatic relations with the people of El Salvador, because the government and the U.S. Embassy are like this. Force of habit. Good night.
Come on, guys.
Okay, fresh cut.
Come on. All right, look, get close to the room. Come on. And I want you to sit still when you're doing it, because I don't want you moving in and out. All right, you ready, Jay? You ready? Jay? Jay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
CINEKYD
Radio play.
a new weekly series that takes you inside the walls of an imaginary movie studio, where you'll see
The biggest set ever built.
Yule, the giant train wall,
The studio's students of comedy.
and where each week you'll hear another episode of the exciting Western adventure, Tales of the Triple R.
The other day, I went to visit my Uncle Arthur, who works in the packing department at the CINEKYD Studios. Uncle Arthur wasn't around when I got there, so I sat down and packed the thing to wait for him. I must have fallen asleep, because the next thing I know, I was wrapped in 7 yards of brown paper, 14 feet of twine, and a shipping label on a truck head from Connecticut. Maybe a little later.
Very good.
5171.
Very nice. can we set up one technical thing before you go?
What's that, honey?
Can we find the point where Robin walks in with a long shot? I think it's on camera.
We have camera 2 up, please. Oh wait, I can't see out here. You don't have to. It's not in spec. We have a bad deck.
Well, can you tell me where it is?
I can do that. Yes. I'd like to have camera 2 on that monitor.
Wait, Caroline. Let me ask you. One of you straight on that one. Sit up straight, Leanne. You particularly, you know. Even not so much wearing that perfect posture. You are not that pulling me? Try to concentrate on getting in character as possible. What she have one reaction. Yeah, but we're having to say children and children. Wait. Pulling your arm. No. We're ready. Good. I didn't know whether you were. Somebody just left.
2 left.
Dandy!
All right, technical people out on the floor here.
I need your body.
Ashley, would you take your headsets off for a moment, please?
Keep things safe.
Oh, camera 3. Somebody's in your way.
You're right.
The young people really do it all. Constructing the sets, operating the equipment, and, of course, creating the characters that are fast becoming a part of your lives. And on that note, let us return to London as it was many years ago, to the days and nights of Sherlock Holmes. To set the scene, you know that Holmes has discovered that Professor Moriarty is somehow involved in this whole business of the 7 keys. Last week, while visiting Watson, who is recuperating in the hospital, he discovered that while his old dear friend would survive, he had amnesia. It is a dark, lonely evening in London as we join our friends.
Socrates sent me. Socrates. He did he? Yes. He sent me to see, the captain and the wizard. Well, I'm the wizard, and he's the captain. Now, who might you be? I'm Conrad Hudson, Mr. Holmes' neighbor. Yes.
How's Dr. Watson?
Well, my grandmother says he's alive, but he doesn't remember a thing.
What about Mr. Mills? Oh, he got a ruddy bump on the head.
Yes, he did, but he's all right now.
Well, what brings you our neck of the woods?
Well, you see, Mr. Holmes doesn't know I'm here, but I think our lives are in great danger. You see, I think in order to stay alive, we must find those keys.
You heard about the family one?
Yes.
And the professor?
Do you really think he exists?
I had a chat with the old boy. You might say we exchanged words.
Well, I'm convinced that Professor Moriarty is responsible for what happened to Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson.
You realize the professor is not an easy man to deal with.
Yes, I know. But we must help Mr. Holmes.
Anything we can do, Governor?
I have a plan, but I'll need your help. This is what I propose.
today.
Sit down, ladies.
Is it?
We don't know yet. In fact, these ladies aren't quite sure why they're here.
I've treated you children, my very own children. I've sacrificed. I've slaved. I've done without to provide for you children.
Get to the point.
Wait a minute. How much do you think it cost to provide food and clothing for you children? Do you think we could have gotten this far on the state funds alone? Occasionally, Gladys and I have had to make certain business arrangements for you children.
Get to the point.
One of you is a traitor. One of you was seen walking down 221 B. Baker Street. And that person paid dearly.
From a production created by the older members of our organization, we are now ready to present part 2 of a film creation produced last summer by the littlest members of the CINEKYD family. We present without further ado the second chapter of Fantasy Island.
Our guests are about to arrive.
Who is visiting this time? Who is visiting us this time, Bob?
That's David and Donna Livingston. They have heard about the Fantasy Island treasure and have come to find it.
Is that it?
Friend. Of having magical powers. He hopes he will find him here, even if only for a short time. Amy Wilcox loves the island to meet Hollywood director Richard J. Karp and try out for one of his productions.
Oh, she's pretty, Bob.
And he has come looking for the exciting life of a marshal in the Old West. My friends, friends, welcome to Fantasy Island. This I was telling you about. Good luck, Miss Wilcox. Come, Tattoo.
Just a minute, boss. Okay, get this film. Get over here. How did this happen? Look at this mess you... Oh, God, come on.
Okay.
Makeup. Lights ready? Get this film. We went a long shot on this. Lights ready? Okay, do this. Get fire.
Your fantasy? For me.
Well, next week, we'll present the conclusion to Fantasy Island as we join Mr. Rourke and Tattoo in fulfilling someone else's dreams. If you or a member of your family are between the ages of 8 and 18, and if you would like to see how dreams come true, become a part of the wonderful world of CINEKYD, we invite you to give our offices a call. 659-4696. Better yet, visit our studios at 129 Turwood Road in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. And hopefully, you'll all be able to join us next week, same time, same station, for CINEKYD Theater.